Good morning! Welcome to Unity of Tucson. How is everyone feeling this morning? And the rest of you? I'm Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the senior minister here with Unity of Tucson as a community of love and celebration and joy. And so if you feel like you would like to move your body to the song, you can stand or stay seated and move your body. Whatever is right for you. My eyes are wide and open. My eyes can see. My mind is filled with knowing. My mind believes. I am awake. I am awake. Once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth that cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. My heart is clear and growing. My heart can see. My soul is full of knowing. My soul believes. I am awake. I am awake. Once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth that cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth that cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. What are you thinking, Laura?
I was just thinking that we should actually have rehearsed this in advance, and we could be, instead of Gladys Knight and the Pips, we could be like Jonathan and...
In other words, you need someone to do choreography.
Yes, right.
So now we're going to have to teach choreography every week.
Done.
I've lost all control.
It was an illusion.
It was an illusion that I was in control to begin with. Oh, once again, welcome to Unity of Tucson. Clearly a place where we like to have fun, right? Yeah. I feel like today might be a little off the rails. As opposed to any other Sunday. Just beginning to notice this now, yes. All right, where was I? Well, first of all, welcome. Yes, I've said that about 4 times now. Once again, I am Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I am the senior minister here, and we are a spiritual community here to embody and teach spiritual tools that we can put into practice in our lives, because one of the things that is very important to me in this thing called spirituality is the capacity that we each have to embody it practically. And I always say that the degree to which we embody infinite spiritual truth, to that degree, we are increasing and enhancing the quality of our life. And so if you're ready for your life to be enhanced, well, I think you're in the right place. I'm going to affirm that you're in the right place. Are you in the right place? Yes. Beautiful. Now, you may not believe everything you hear today. That is absolutely okay, because part of what we are here to do is to encourage an exploration of what it is we do believe. And if something butts up against your belief system here today, just take a look at that, because your beliefs do create your experience. And if you are looking to enhance your experience, I think the place to look at, first and foremost, is what is happening in your belief system. As the great Master Jesus said, it is done unto you as you believe. And so be willing to look at those beliefs and see what is and what may not be working for you. And know that you are in charge. You are 100% in charge. We have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson, and I love each week when we state out loud these words of our vision statement. Let's say this together. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. And the vision is how we see the world. The mission are the steps we take to get there. And so let's state out loud these words of our mission statement. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. And this month we've been focused on the theme of courage. And today, as the final Sunday of the month, it's all about really remembering who you are. So the title of my message today is The Courage to Remember. The courage to remember. And it does take some courage to remember in every aspect of our lives, because it's really easy to forget, isn't it? Yeah. So it takes practice, and I know that as we embody this practice, we are led to magnificent things. Now, speaking of magnificence, if you're joining us for the first time, I want to say welcome to you. Let me first acknowledge anyone who may be joining us online for the first time today and say, grateful that you are sharing your Sunday morning if you're watching live with us, or if you're watching in the archive, grateful that you're watching on the archive. It is a delight to have this connection. And I'd love to continue this connection. So if you were willing to go to unitytucson.com/connect and fill out some information there, we will keep this conversation going. Now, if you are in the room and joining us for the first time today, you may have been invited to grab a gift as you were coming in the door. And that physical gift is a magnificent thing, but we have something else that we would like to share with you. So if you are comfortable with identifying yourself by either standing or waving your hand, is there anyone who's joining us for the first time today? Welcome, grateful to have you here. And as a community, we have something we want you to know. Ready, everyone? Here it is. 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. So grateful that you have decided to share your Sunday. Thank you for being here. If you did not receive your gift on the way in, you can grab it at the table on your way out when the service is complete today. Right? Are y'all ready? Sure. Yeah, they're ready. All right. Today, our keepers of the flames are Laura Cass and Lynn Peterson. They are here to light these candles, the flames of faith, we call them.
You're trusting me to do this?
I am trusting you to do this, yes. I have put a lot of faith into you, Laura. I mean, you were the president of the board for quite a while, so I hope that you're trustworthy.
Yeah.
That part of you trusting me.
I have full faith that all flows exactly as it should. These candles represent the faith traditions of the world, and for each candle that we light, let us honor that each and every one of them is born out of the golden divine thread of love. That's what we're here to do.
Thank you.
If you would.
We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission, divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them, and for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. The final candle is the healing candle. It represents the revealing of the divinity at the core of all experience. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Give you a hug.
Oops.
Oh! The candle that is here on your left, my right, is our peace candle. And we keep the peace candle consistently illuminated with this understanding that it is a representation of a consistent illumination of peace in our own hearts. And as we allow our inner peace to inform our thoughts, our intentions, our deeds, and our words, we are creating peace right where we are. And right where we are, we can embody world peace. So let's honor this candle by reading out loud together the prayer for world peace. Divine love
Indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world.
It does. I put the wrong name on my notes, but I know who's up today.
It's right online, though.
It is right. It is correct online. Here today to guide us by providing a reading, guiding us in our monthly affirmation, and also leading us in prayer is one of our magnificent prayer chaplains. Please welcome Sherry Hoffman.
So today I am going to read from the book Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman. If you don't know the story, it is about Dan, who is a college student. He is an athlete, but he's just wondering what's going on in life. He's just struggling. And he ventures into a gas station and meets this unique person that he ends up calling Socrates, because Socrates gives him some guidance. And the reading I'm doing is from later on in the book. Socrates at this point has moved on, just no longer in Dan's life. He is now married, has kids, but he is reminiscing about the knowledge that Socrates has given him. And it says, I awake in the middle of the night under a shining moon. The air was warm and the world was silent, except for the rhythmic wash of the tide. I heard Soc's voice, but knew that it was only another memory. Enlightenment is not attainment, Dan. It is a realization. And when you wake up, everything changes and nothing changes. If a blind man realizes that he can see, has the world changed? I sat and watched the moonlight sparkling on the sea, capping the distant mountains with silver. What was the saying about the mountains and rivers and the great search? Ah, yes, I remember. First, mountains are mountains, rivers are rivers. Then, mountains are no longer mountains, and rivers are no longer rivers. Finally, mountains are mountains, and rivers are rivers. I think that's a good example of finding our way. We get lost, but then we always come back to where we belong. And sometimes it takes courage to get there, doesn't it? So I'm going to read the affirmation that we've been doing this month. Now that we've been hearing it for a while, let's just let it settle in while I read it for the first time and just feel how it has affected you this month. And then let's repeat it together one final Sunday. We'll do it twice. I am undeterred and fearless in every aspect as I walk the path of life. Together? I am undeterred and fearless in every aspect as I walk the path of life. Let's do that one more time. I am undeterred and fearless as every aspect as I walk this path of life.
Let's take this opportunity to relax the body, relax the mind. Let the heart be gentle. We're going to sing some truths. If you'd like to join, it's very easy. You will catch on. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light,
I am the light.
I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. Now take a look at the people around you and sing, "You are." You are a light.
You are the
You are a light.
You are the
You are a
light.
light in this world. You are a light.
You are the light.
You are a light in this world. And you shine.
You shine.
And you shine.
Oh, you shine.
And you shine so bright. And you shine.
Look at you shine.
And you shine.
You are shining.
And you shine so bright. If you would, Sherry.
Taking this moment, taking some few deep breaths, engaging that energy, I take this moment to pray. I acknowledge that there is one light, one source, one divine. I call this God, I call it divine, I call it source. This is the energy, this is the flow that goes through me that I can listen to at any time. It is the mountain, it is the river. I am the mountain, I am the river. I can shine bright like the sun. I can love. I can forgive. I can remember who I am because I am that God source energy. As I remember this, I release anything that no longer serves me, any thoughts, any beliefs, because I can take these deep breaths and ground in this moment of knowledge and in this feeling and understanding. And with this, I can affirm that all is going to unfold as it should. And with this, I acknowledge and I affirm so it is.
Let us all be lights. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. Again, we are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine, we shine, we shine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before I introduce our featured singer today, our guest artist, I want to acknowledge something, and that is that, as many of you know, that I do have a background in theater, and one of the things that we as theater professionals, as actors, do is if something happens on the stage that is unexpected, a prop falls to the ground. We were always taught, do not ignore the prop. Be like a human being would. If something fell to the ground, wouldn't you go pick it up and replace it where it went? And yes, so we're taught to, just acknowledge the fact, don't try to ignore it, because here's what ends up happening. Everybody then looks and thinks, why aren't they dealing with that? The reason that I bring this up is because I know that it was probably unusual to you all that when Sherry started, I turned all the candles around, right? The reason that I do that is because the flickering is not good on our camera. So that's why I turned all the candles around, so that the flickering would not be distracting on the camera. I just wanted to say, I'm putting that out there so you didn't spend the rest of the service wondering, why did he turn those candles around? I just don't understand. There are no mistakes. You did not mess up. There are no mistakes. It was perfect. Well, there's a little bit of that going on. Okay, so like I said, off the hook, I've lost control. So I'm going to bring the... So my mentor in ministry, many of you know who he is, used to always in class go, if things started to go awry in class, he would say, okay, back to me. But not back to me, back to what is next on our agenda today, which is the magnificent voice of this glorious person who has become a member of our community. And she shared her gift with us last month, and I'm so grateful that she has decided to come back and share her gift with us once again. Please welcome with our featured song today, Beryl Varno.
Thank you. Oh, I am truly excited to be on stage today. Last time I was here, I was freaking out. So Reverend Jonathan does this thing when things are going to get funky. He does this. Y'all better, if you are able-bodied, if you can, or you're differently abled, or whatever your gig is, if you want to get out of your chairs, because this song is going to rock this place. Now, it is not just I that is delivering the message. No. Without the incredible magnificence of these wonderful musicians, this song would be like, la, la, la. I strongly recommend you pay special attention to Linda, because we might have to call the fire department. She is going to be ripping up the piano. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because are you ready?
Yes.
All righty then, let's go. This is a song by Kelly Hunt, and the song is called I'm Ready. Just hit me out of the blue. All of a sudden I knew just what to do. No hesitating, no wasting time. Opportunities are knocking and it sure is mine, and I'm ready. Yeah, 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 I'm ready now. Gonna take some strength to stand my ground and not let sorrow knock me down. Might be afraid, but that's okay, because Lord knows where there is a will, there is a way, and I'm ready. Yeah, 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 I'm ready now. All right, I'm ready. Whoa, whoa, yeah, Lord, I'm ready now. That's right. Come on, Linda. Nothing can stop me like before. Now every wall is an open door. Through any darkness I can shine. It's been a long time coming, but it's right on time, and I'm ready. Yeah, 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 I'm ready now. I'm ready. Lord knows I'm ready now. I am ready. Yes, I am. I'm ready now. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Woo.
Yes, that's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Glasses off.
Right? Now you know the secret of taking the glasses off. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. You know, sometimes I think about the people who are joining us for the first time on a Sunday thinking, this is church? Yeah. Yeah. I want to start today with one of the lyrics of this song. Through any darkness I can shine. It's been a long time coming, but it's right on time. Through any darkness I can shine. You know, there are there are no mistakes. And every Sunday when I'm considering, you know, kind of ideas, well, how do I want to construct this? There's that darn watch again. It's talking to me. And I love that it always says, I'm not sure I understand. Well, I'll tell you. So I usually choose kind of the songs that surround the service, usually a month or two in advance. In fact, last year I had them all planned out by the time we got to January. I had every single song for every single service in all the other areas of the service that are not the featured song. I had them all planned out for a full year. I'm not quite that ahead of the game this year, but I chose that song, I Am a Light, to be part of what is leading us now into the next 2 weeks, which is, next Sunday is Palm Sunday, and we're going into Holy Sunday. And so I think it's really important that we truly acknowledge the divinity within. And we teach within this philosophy that one aspect of that divinity is light. And we use light as a metaphor to be shined forth, that we should all step forth and shine our light. So when I hear a lyric like this, through any darkness I can shine. That is the invitation to me and to us all to absolutely shine our light, irrespective of the circumstances, irrespective of any experience out there that may seem contrary to our own light or may be wanting to diminish or extinguish our light. We are the ones who are shining our light all the time, no matter what, and I think we should step forth in courageous forward motion today to shine our light more brightly than ever before. One of the ways that I think we do this is through truly giving over to that creative nature which is inherent within each and every one of us. An important piece of the soul's journey, I believe, is to fulfill that creative nature, to really, truly fulfill that creative nature. One of the primary things we teach in New Thought is the creative process, that how creation unfolds. And the way that we teach that within this philosophy is that everything begins as an idea in consciousness, and that idea, through consciousness, transforms itself and transmutes itself into experience. It's a lot of words to just say your thoughts are creating your life, right? Your beliefs are creating your life. Your feeling tied up in those thoughts and belief are creating the quality of your life. So I think it's important that we truly shine our light, because the degree to which we shine our God selves out more and more and more, to that degree our lives expand and get better. Now, people get confused. Never. People get confused sometimes when we talk about unleashing the creative process, right? That we are fundamentally creative expressions of God. Each and every one of us is a fundamental creative expression of God, and we are utilizing God's power as our own because we are that power. We are utilizing that power for our own purposes to create our lives. So here's where the confusion comes oftentimes. People say, oh, he's telling me I'm creative, but I'm not artistic. And there's a difference between being creative and being artistic. Now, I firmly hold to this idea. We're all artistic. What is your art? What is the art that you are showing up in the world to express? Because it may not be painting, it may not be photography, it may not be singing, it may not be acting, it might be accounting. Everybody laughs, but that may be your art. That may be the way that you are creatively contributing to this world. And isn't that what art truly is? A creative contribution to the world? So I hold very firmly that we are both creative, and every single one of us is an artist. How are you choosing to show up today creatively? We have a completely natural impulse within each and every one of us to express our creative nature. But we are so frequently taught to suppress that, to step back. Don't shine your light too brightly. You don't want to get too big for your britches. Anyone ever hear that growing up? I'm here to say, be too big for your britches. Shine that light. What does it say in Scripture? Shine your light. Don't put it under a bushel. Do not put it under a bushel. We are here to do just that, express our creative nature. We are not I love this quote. We are not encapsulated bags of skin carrying around a little ego. That is a quote of Dr. Jean Houston. Do you know who Jean Houston is? Yeah. I was grateful to have been able to spend some time with her in 2016 at the Canadian New Thought Conference in Calgary, where she gave the keynote. And I'll tell you, she spoke for 2.5 hours giving her keynote address, and everybody, all 300 of us in that room, just went like this the whole time. Just mouths agape, like wow, like the energetic, tingly feeling that was infused in that room. We were basically all levitating by the time she was complete. But that quote, I remember her saying that so clearly in my mind, and I had my little notebook as I do at all these conferences, and I went down like, that's a great quote, I'm gonna use that. We are not encapsulated bags of skin carrying around a little ego. That is not the truth of our being. We are infinite divine beings of light, showing up as ourselves. So, do you, this is a rhetorical question, I'm not looking for you to yell out answers at me. Of course, today anything could happen. Do you consider yourself an artist? Do you consider yourself an artist? I'm going to invite you to allow the answer to be yes, regardless of what came up in your mind. Acknowledge and affirm that you are an artist because you are magnificently, freely discovering and painting that which is your own life. We often discount our own creativity, I think, because we fear imperfection. I'll tell you, if I let the fear of imperfection get in my way, I would not do anything in this world. I would sit at home, probably curled up in my bed all the time. Because every time I walk out that door, I am inviting the possibility that it's not going to look perfect, the expression of my life. But there's also a great joy in that. If I am not stopped by a fear of imperfection, then what happens is I walk through life recognizing that everything I call imperfect is perfectly perfect in its expression. Because God can never be imperfect. And that is who and what I am. And so while something in the experience may not be to my liking, it is still perfect. And the degree to which I am allowing myself to acknowledge and accept the perfection in all experience is the degree to which I am putting myself in the place of being a creator of my experience. But I have to be willing to be active in that process. So, let us discontinue discounting our creativity because we fear imperfection. It's not going to get us anywhere. It will stop us cold in our tracks. The nature of the divine is creation. This is the very nature of the divine within each and every one of us. Creation, forward movement, momentum, activity. God is a verb, not a noun. God is a verb. God is the activity of life. God is that which is motivating us in our life. God is the truth of our being. And as we understand God as the motivational verb of our life, we are magnificently expressing ourselves in this world. The verb of God is to create. That's what God is. It is just the creative energy of all that is. That is our nature. And I ask today, do we have the courage to remember that? No matter what. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what the circumstances seem to be telling us. No matter what the experiences seem to be telling us. Do we have the courage to remember that we are the verb that is God? Emerson wrote this: what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters to what lies within us. All that stuff out there doesn't matter. Who are you? And do you have the courage to step forth and be the truth of you? I also hold that we are best served in the creative endeavor when we are fully entrenched in the natural expression of this power, when we recognize that God, as us, is wholly natural, then we are best served in the creation of our lives. I also believe that God is so magnificently expressing without anything getting in the way for the most part in everything around us, whether we know it or not, and many of us are not willing to look. So I invite you to look today at God in nature, God doing its perfect creative work in the magnificent natural world. Take the time to do this. Allow yourself the luxury of engaging with an observation of nature, and maybe even take it a little deeper. Be a part of nature. Truly be a part of nature. Hubert Reeves said this. I love this. Is one of my favorites. Man is the most insane species. He worships an invisible God and destroys a visible nature, unaware that the nature he's destroying is the God he is worshiping. I think we can all, I won't speak for you. I will speak for myself. I can do a better job of caring for the nature all around me than I've been doing. One of the things that we instituted here just in the last 2 weeks, finally, after this facility being here since 1986, we finally have a full recycling program here at Unity of Tucson. And it's one of those things, it was so easy. You know, people would ask, why don't you have recycling? I'm like, I don't really know why we don't have recycling. Does somebody want to take it on? Well, that's the question. We don't have a recycling program. Is that something that sounds like you would like to do? Oh, I can't. I don't want to commit to that. I get it, right? But here's what it took. It took us making a phone call to our waste management company and saying, can you please send us a recycling bin? And then making sure that we have collection stations around for recycling here. So now you'll see the blue recycling bins everywhere. That is us deciding to take care of our nature. There's so much more we can do too, you know? There's so much more we can do. And we're taking those steps, I think, every single day. Now, the possibility of a greater discovery of God, as each and every one of us, lies in the connection, I think, with, to, and as nature. And from that point of view, genius is expressed. Leonardo da Vinci expressed his genius not through the mechanics of his work, but because he watched nature and was inspired by nature. You know, he had many forward-thinking ideas for flying machines and contraptions and things, and he got all of that by watching nature. How does it work? And how can we put it to work in our lives? Remembering who you are. Remembering who you are is an inspired thought. Do you know who you are? Do you really know who you are? So fundamentally that there is anything out there in the world of form that could shake you from that understanding, from that place of faith. Do you know who you are? I love the one yes. How about the rest of you? I see another hand. Remembering who you are is akin to acknowledging your magnificent authenticity. Your authentic nature is God. Your authentic nature is God. Fundamentally, every aspect of your being, every cell in your body, every molecule, every atom, every subatomic particle that makes up the you that is you is God. It is the action of creation. And that all seems very serious and heavy. But I think it's important to remember also that God loves to play. God loves joy. Thomas Troward, one of the foundational voices in the New Thought movement, said the only purpose in life is to experience joy. That is the only purpose in life. Are you experiencing joy in every single moment? Good. And the rest of you? Remembering who you are does not have to be this heavy idea. Oh my gosh, I have to remember who I am and be very serious because God is serious, right? No, God is joy and light and laughter and fun and dancing and songs like I'm Ready and getting up and saying yes, 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 yes. Yes. So I'm going to invite us all today to let ourselves commit to get back to the expression of fun and joy in our lives. And if you ever find yourself going astray, just remind yourself, I know who I am, and I have the courage of my convictions to live that truth. Now, I want to talk a little bit about an expression in my life where I went astray. Briefly. 12 years. Years ago, I took a curtain call for the last play I was in professionally before I went into full-time ministry. And I miss it. I miss that aspect of my life. In 2016, there's a lot of 2016 coming up. In 2016, I was still connected with my performing community in Los Angeles even after I had left and gone to Toronto, where I served in ministry. But I would get all of their emails, and they were telling me about this event that they would do. That was one of my favorite things to do with the performing arts company, with which I was one of the resident actors and designers. We would do this thing called 24 Hours of Madness. It was awesome. And so, as a resident company, we had writers, actors, directors, designers. We had everything that we needed to put on a show. And so, 24 Hours of Madness, basically what we would do is we would come together as a producing company. Yes, the glasses are coming off. We would come together as a producing company, and we would, the directors would choose out of a hat the name of a writer that they would be then paired up with. And they would then choose out of the hat a number, and whatever that number was, then they chose out of another hat that number of actors that were going to be part of their group. So you have a writer, a director, you have a certain number of actors, and then the writer chooses 2 topics out of a hat. This is all at 8 p.m. on a Friday night. The writer then is tasked with going and writing a 10 to 15 minute one-act play, utilizing the themes that were drawn out of the hat and knowing the actors that they have to write for. We would then receive that script early on Saturday morning. The directors would go straight into rehearsal and block the show. Blocking means telling the actors where to be on stage. We would seek props, costumes, and we had some set pieces that we could, adjust on the stage. We had a lighting plot, so we would light the show. We at one point did sound cues that we said, you have to use this sound cue in your design. Anyway, we would come together. There were 6 groups, and at 8 p.m. on Saturday night, we would pull up the curtain on a fully produced series of 6 one-act plays. Off book, fully designed, fully rehearsed, fully presented and prepared for an audience. There's a reason it was called 24 Hours of Madness. But it is one of those things that fed my soul as an actor. I loved doing that. I worked as an actor. I worked as a writer. I worked as a director in various incarnations of this. We would do this about 3 times a year. And it was so magnificent. And the last opportunity that I heard about this happening was in 2016, when the theater company of which I was a part finally were shutting its doors because they had sold the theater, and there was just a shift and evolution of what was to be. And I felt a lot of I felt a real sense of loss around not having been able to be a part of that last incarnation of 24 Hours of Madness. And to this day, I still feel a sense of loss, I guess, in suppressing in some ways an aspect of my creative nature by not being a part of a theater experience anymore in my life. And I think the best thing I could do as a spiritual leader is to demonstrate and lead by example, to say, if you feel you've lost something in your life, get out there and reclaim it, take it back and do it. And so next Sunday, after we finish here, I'm going to Invisible Theater to audition for their season. Don't sit on that which is yours to do in this world, irrespective of what other people tell you. Because I was told, oh, as a minister, you're not going to have time to do all the things that you want to do in your life. Well, isn't that contrary to what we teach? I choose to step forth, and I choose to make it a priority, the things in my life which allow me to express and experience joy. And so if there's anything that you're sitting on, have the courage to remember who you are and know that you can do all of it because you are the very verb that is creative nature. Your verb is God. That's who you are. Pay attention to that which is calling you in your heart and soul. Some new expression may be emerging. You don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Who you really are is an extension of the power that created this whole universe. That's the truth of your being. And I cannot let you know, I must let you know, I cannot take credit for those words. Those words, who you really are is an extension of the power that created this whole universe. I was blessed to be able to hear those words uttered at the Pride Festival in Toronto in 2016. It's all about 2016. Everything is 2016. RuPaul said that. Who you really are, is an extension of the power that created this whole universe. Do you believe that? Are you willing to live from that point of view today? Yes. We are the ones who are holding the mirror up to nature, borrowing from Shakespeare. We are the ones who are the expression and expanse of the whole universe, living its life as our own. The power of any creative expression is that it reflects not just the life in nature, but the nature of life. The infinite entrusted you to express wholly. So are you doing it? Are you connecting? Are you courageously remembering who you are in every single moment? And the rest of you? Because that's essentially the call today. Courageously remember who you are and activate your life from this point moving forward. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. And so the homework today, if you're new to the community, I do give homework every week. It is a way that I engage the practical aspect and encourage the practical aspect of this philosophy. The homework this week is this: get in touch with nature. Go out, do it specifically and regularly this week, every single day. A walk in nature is as much spiritual practice as meditating and praying. So get out in nature this week. That's the call. I'm going to invite us all to relax right where we are. Just take a breath. See if there's any kernel of truth that has resonated with your heart here. And let that idea be present for you. Just let your focus be on that as we surrender to the good.
I surrender.
trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. Right here in this moment, this pure, perfect moment, I relax into a deep understanding that there is only one infinite power and presence. There is one thing going on. There is one activity. There is one verb, God. There is God and nothing else. There is the magnificent outflow of creative expression and nothing else. And this is who and what we are. Each and every one of us a magnificent point of light, shining brightly the truth of our being, which is God. Rooted in this understanding, I acknowledge and accept and trust and know that there is that spark within each and every one of us which will no longer go unnoticed, that will guide us and drive us into the next great expression, and the next great expression, and the next great expression. From this place of faith, I acknowledge with gratitude in my heart that this is good. And I welcome the good, I welcome the good, I welcome the flow, I welcome the light. And so with gratitude overflowing from within, I say yes, yes, yes. And I release this word as the law, knowing that it is the activator in my life and in the lives of each and every one of us. And I affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. I surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love. And so it is. I will hold on to that. Would you please welcome to the platform to guide us in our offering today, the magnificent Emila de Toro. Hi, Emila. As you make your way up here, I want to acknowledge, so the prayer chaplains in our community had a retreat day yesterday. We all came and spent a significant portion of the day in Harmony Hall. Emila guided us in a magnificent workshop that was all related to the chakras, and it was really beautiful. And I just want to acknowledge publicly, thank you and a magnificent gratitude towards you for your support of our chaplain team. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was so, is this on? It was so much fun. So much fun. Thank you, Laura, for inviting me. It was fantastic. And it reminded me of some other things I'm grateful for about the Unity Church. And here we have visitors today from Albuquerque. And 18 years ago, I walked into the Unity of Albuquerque Church, and I met a woman at a women's retreat named Shara Mosinska. And we've stayed in touch over these 18 years, very close friends. And that women's retreat and the ones after those really changed my life. The relationships I made, the ways in which I really bonded with the women and people who are identified as female who showed up at those retreats. And Shara whizzed through Tucson this weekend, and we had an opportunity to spend 12 hours together. And it was just like a women's retreat. Right? We sat up half the night talking, having dinner, blah, 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 blah. And these, as I think about why I give to Unity and why I encourage others to give, it's an expression of gratitude and generosity for the communities we create, for the relationships we make, because this community calls us together. Jonathan calls us together. The prayer chaplains call us together. All of those service ministries call us together. And we need resources to be able to do that. And so I really encourage you, as you are falling into your heart and experiencing your creative expression today, that you identify that with what is mine to give today to support the community, to create the relationships in my life. And I also want to put in a plug for the women had a retreat in the fall in October, and we're looking at Sophia Reimagined. There used to be a group here called Sophia, and we're looking to revive that, and we're going to meet on the 8th of April from 10 to 12 in Harmony Hall. And please join us. Women, people who identify as female, you're all welcome. And we'll see, what do we need? What are we going to create? And so think about that as you're giving today, too. How can you show up and give of yourself to the women and the women in this community? And so you can do this by using a credit or debit card and scanning this QR code. We'd love to have you do regular contributions like I do, so that it's taken out every week, and or any little bit. And remember, the amount that comes from your heart. That comes from your guidance. It comes from how Spirit speaks through you today, right now, sitting there. And you out there in the cyber world. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Amala. Yes, yes, yes. As the baskets go around, we're going to sing our giving song, and so if you feel like you want to move your body, feel free to do so. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful once again. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. One last time. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Yes, and here to guide us in the blessing of the offering is one of our magnificent prayer chaplains, Sandy Solomon.
Yes.
And we love to bless.
Yes.
This community knows how to bless. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get our energy going because we're going to bless and we are going to multiply these gifts. And so we say together, we bless these gifts and we see these gifts going out and blessing our community and the world. And so it is. Amen. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for that. We have a lot of great opportunities coming up to gather socially. One of them is to join us at Gaslight Theater. On April 22nd, we're going to see the 3 o'clock performance of Robin Hood. And we'll invite, will you make sure you're on the schedule that day, Linda? Yes, Linda's on the schedule to play that day. Yay! Are you going to play that? I'll find out. He'll find out, okay. Are you going to? No. So if you would like to buy your tickets, you can buy your tickets at the Desert Light, which is our book and gift shop, or you can buy them online at unitytucson.com. As you buy them, we give your name information to Molly, who coordinates these events so magnificently, and she will make sure that you are seated in a magnificent spot. So we look forward to seeing you all there. Sadly, I will not be there because I will be somewhere in the middle of Spain. Some other things that are happening. We have our ecstatic dance party, which is going to be hosted by our very own prayer chaplain, Sherry Hoffman. That is next Saturday at 6 p.m. right here in Harmony Hall. It's an opportunity to explore your freedom of movement. And here's the thing. Don't be afraid to come and see what works for you as well. If you feel like you don't have the kind of movement or opportunity for the mobility that you may think you need to have, don't let that be a stopper. Come and let that artistic, creative spirit come out of you in whatever way it shows up, because it is perfect. So join Sherry for that event. I know it's going to be awesome. Yes. We also have also next Saturday is our NAMI walk. We have a team. That's the word I was going to say. We have a community. We have a team that is going to be walking for the National Alliance on Mental Illness as part of the NAMI walk next Saturday morning, April 1st. There is a team meeting today. So we do have potluck today. So when you get your potluck stuff, if you are on the team, we're inviting you to make your way to room A to meet with our team captains, Susan Smith, and I'm looking for her, but then I remember she said, oh no, I'm with the kids today. So Susan Smith is with the kids today, but she is here as your team captain for the NAMI walk. So meeting today for the team after the service while we're having potluck. Our prayer chaplains on duty today are Sherry Hoffman, who gave us that magnificent reading and guided us in our affirmation and prayer, and Sandy Solomon. Thank you for your meditation, for guiding us also in the blessing of the offering. They will be available to you following the celebration today here in the sanctuary if you need just a moment of prayer. Other ways that you can ask for prayer are through making your prayer intention known by writing it down and putting it into the prayer intention box, which is just outside the double doors as you leave the sanctuary here today. You can also send in prayer requests by emailing prayer@unitytucson.com. All the prayers that we receive, we collect, we pray over them as a chaplain community. We also send them to Silent Unity, which is Unity's worldwide prayer ministry. I want to say thank you to every single person who made today the magnificent experience that it is. Let me first acknowledge and say thank you to our tech team, Jake, Jim, Don, and Rowan. Thank you for your magnificent service to our community. I want to say thank you to Emma De Toro for guiding us in our offering today. Thank you so much. Let me offer my gratitude to Laura and to Lynn for guiding us in the Flames of Faith ceremony today. Thank you. I want to say thank you to our prayer chaplains today, Sandy and Sherry. Thank you so much. Yes. This magnificent music team, Linda and Raphael and Paul, thank you so much. And let's give it up for Beryl Varno. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for shining your light. And thank you.
Let's give it up for Jonathan.
Thank you. Well, let's give it up for everyone. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for making your presence known here as the magnificence that you are. As we complete our time here, let us share together this prayer of divine awareness. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Feel free to move your bodies. The word has been spoken. The songs have been sung. Our hearts have been opened together as one. Center of creation, we are divine congregation, we are no separation, we are here we stand, the power of one hand in hand, we shine like the sun, here we stand, together as one family, here we stand. The truth has been spoken, the message received. Our hearts have been opened to what we believe. Center of creation, we are divine congregation, we are no separation, we are here we stand, the power of one hand in hand, we shine like the sun, here we stand, together as one family, here we stand, here we stand, here we stand, here we stand. Make it a magnificent week, everyone.